Just congratulations, everyone. Well done for being there this weekend. 40 years of surf life saving in Manly Surf Club. What a feat. I started there in 2005. I've obviously been in a few clubs. I was at Bulgola, Queenscliff, and then finished up at Manly. And what a club to finish on. It was the memories I have there. Some of the memories the best memories and the memories I'll keep forever, because I have such fond memories of being there. As a younger girl and growing up in the surf club, and some of my best friends are still from there. We've all drifted our own ways, and we always we all keep in touch. And I think that's a big part of surf life saving in general, but mainly females. It's a big bonding area for us, and trying to make us feel like we're doing something for ourselves and doing something for women. And the support I had at Manly was second to none.
I've been involved with Manly Surf Club, Surf Life Saving Club, for nearly 70 years. I came down as a 13-year-old because I lived close by, mainly to help out in the canteen. We supplied food for surf carnivals and gala days, etc. The carnival we held at Manly, I'm not quite sure of the year, probably 54, 55. We got a bigger crowd than what the men did. I think it was the women being there that we got the attraction more than anything else. So, and the Manly team won on that day. Women weren't allowed in the surf club in those days. We were only allowed in the so-called kitchen.
When I came to Manly, one way or another, my flatmates were all boardies and stompies over there. And they said, they came back from a meeting and they said, we've just put your membership in to Manly. And I said, it's really cool. And they said, yeah, you're in. And but what they didn't tell me is they actually put my name down as H.J. Dudding and gold medalist from New Zealand, and didn't say any more, didn't say that I was a female. So therefore, when I rocked up to patrol, it was like, So they introduced me to the public toilets and the public changing rooms, and I was never allowed in the surf club. And so I had to look from the beach up to the balcony like, hey guys, I'm on my own out here. Do you want to? So it just, you have to chuckle now, but at the time it's just the way it was. And then they couldn't take it away. So it wasn't till I did a surf rescue, got a guest that had come off a cruise ship and brought him to shore, and then it was like, oh, okay, she knows the stuff.
It was a bit like the hotels. You felt like the walls perhaps were going to fall in because, wow, women were allowed to go in, And then when we did go in, we thought, is that it?
For us, we just didn't know any different. We were just kids having a great time, and we had amazing parents down here that looked after us, and not even our own parents, parents from, other kids. They always made us feel very welcome, and, they had us out on boards. I remember Max Riddington would have a whole group of us out, and I think back now to how big some of those waves were that Max would be pushing us onto and teaching us how to read the ocean and where to go and body surfing, and, it was just incredible. I'm sure you'd have to have a 50 20 page OH&S report now if Maxie took all of us young nippers out there again. But it was an absolute ball. We were, I wouldn't say we were fearless, we were very respectful, but we always had people out there watching us, and it was just a lot of fun. We just, everything was about fun down here. It was funny. I don't even know if I realised at the time, or we realised. It was just something again that we were going to do because we were old enough, and the barriers were broken. Obviously not by us, but by people pushing for us to be allowed to do those things. And so for us, it wasn't such a big deal at the time. I mean, we were just treated like everyone else down here at the surf club. There was definitely, I never felt like there was a gender difference between how we were supported, and so it was just something that we did. And I think if I really think back hard, I've got a feeling that our March Past team was also part of that first bronze group. Maybe it was the first bronze group, so we could actually compete at state champs or something along those lines. Maybe that's why it was, but it wasn't. It was just a great thing for us to be able to do.
I was in Nippers for 3 years. You get to have lots of fun with kids your own age and meet heaps of new friends. All the competition helps to improve your confidence and awareness in the surf, showing you how to enjoy the surf safely. If you'd like to join a surf club, just go down to your favourite beach and ask the club about their junior activities. Surf lifesaving is for the whole family. Why not try it?
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Find light in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Oh, right away. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside you. Shine bright tonight. You and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too, I'm so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Palms rise to the universe as we moonshine and Mali. Feel the warmth, we'll never die. We're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside you. Shine bright tonight. You and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too, I'm so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. So shine bright tonight. You and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too, I'm so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond.
I just saw
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Oh,
when are they going to shorten the course? And he went, oh, they ain't going to shorten the course for any bird. You've got to do the same course as what Riddingtons and everyone else were doing. So that was interesting, and I competed. I did okay in the swim, struggled in the surf ski and struggled in the board. Ran up the beach and crossed the line, felt unwell, and visited the doctor a couple of days' time and found I was 6 weeks pregnant. So hence my daughter was born probably about, she was born in September and I competed in January, so that was interesting.
We've probably got memories from every single competition we've turned up to, and not even just being out in the water, just, you know, hanging on the beach with not only the Manly girls, but all the other girls that race from other clubs as well, particularly in Masters. As the years go on, you get to know them better and better, and you turn up year after year. You haven't seen each other for like, 6 months, but nothing's changed, and it's a great bunch of like female athletes up the Northern Beaches as well. So yeah, we always have great fun on the beach in the competitions, just spending time with each other and having lots of laughs as well.
Yeah. Come on in, Beck. You've seen her before.
Well, for me, where I'm sitting, it's very important. I've always, with both clubs, I have always paid my dues, because I know when I go out in a box, I want someone to say, that woman has been a member of Bronte and Manly since 1980, and here she is, she's on a simmer frame, Look, I think it's very important that it's acknowledged, because women coming into the surf life-saving movement has revitalised it. For a while there, in fact, it wasn't Bronte, it was Manly. A lot of the clubs were in a hiatus where they were failing, there was no money coming through, they had to rely on local council. And for a couple of years, it was very, very poor as far as what's going through, and membership dropped off. But now, of course, there's this resurgence. And apart from COVID, which has hampered a lot of social environments and fundraising, Manly's taken on the Cold Classic swim for the first time last year. They still do their Manly swim. Bronte has now got a 20th anniversary coming off the Bondi to Bronte swim, which I've competed in 18 of them. I've competed in, 25 Cold Classics, either here at Manly when Craig Riddington got it moved here, or over at Bondi. So I think it's great, an acknowledgement of 40 years in surf life-saving for not just people from my era, but the young people coming through now, which I think is great.
With men as well, I wouldn't be where I am without the strong leadership from the men that I had, supporting us as young girls and women to be the best version of ourselves and supporting us in our competition feats. Trent Herring, Bob Herring were a huge part of that. Ray Moran, Bonzo was a part of it when he was prolific in being at most training sessions with us. Glenn Stone. The list goes on of all the older guys that used to get around the girls and really help us get to where we were going. Ruth Kelly was a big part of myself when I joined the club that she would come training with us, even though she wasn't super keen on competing with the opens, but she came back, and she had a young son herself, and she was a big part in being a part of our, I guess, the push for a big women's squad. And we had the Natman girls, the Williams girls, Flo was there, Georgie Rose going on to, she's hopefully rowing at the Tokyo Olympics next month or the month after. Candace, Devon Halligan, we just had Joe Way, Emma Schneider. We had so many awesome competitors, but we had such a good bunch of girls around us, even if they weren't competing. A lot of the girls have actually come back now. Rachel Pereira is still going around. I saw Bronte at Bronte, the Ward girls. I saw them at Aussies. It's the Garretts. There's Piper. Like, there's so many awesome girls who are still going, who did nippers at Manly, and that's what I remember. I remember those young girls coming through, just wanting to be a part of it. And I think the leadership that the women had at the time when I was there and following that was second to none in continuing these girls to go on and to, to be great competitors, but to be great young women. I think that's, at the end of the day, we go around the coloured cans as fast as we can, and we're patrolling the beach, but we're trying to make good humans out there and really positive role models for the next generation. And having people like Rachel involved as a nipper herself, and then she competed, and then she's giving back to the nippers. She's got kids herself. She's still competing. Masters Opens. I think she's, she should be doing one of these videos, because she's a pioneer of women being strong and independent and getting on with it, really. And it's so good to see so many girls still involved. That was a long blurb, sorry.